Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your solar return reading. Happy birthday, you guys. This reading is good primarily for those with Sun, Rising, Moon, Venus, or Mercury placement of Capricorn in their tropical natal chart, but it could resonate anywhere where you have a Capricorn placement that you identify with strongly, but it is a solar return reading. It is a general reading, however, so it might not hit it for everyone that watches. If this doesn't resonate with you, Capricorn, try watching readings on this channel this week for any other part of your natal chart. You could get some important messages there as well when you watch readings for other parts of your chart. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, Capricorn, the link to my website is down in the description below this video. And if you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Please subscribe and hit the bell when you know when I read for your sign. Hey, guess what? I have a little secret for you, Capricorn. Don't tell Virgo and Taurus, but you're my favorite earth sign. I love the other earth signs, but my part of fortune's in Capricorn. And I have this huge crush on you guys. I have so much respect for you. I absolutely love reading for you, and I love working with my private clients that are Capricorn. You teach me so much. I was really excited to do this reading for you today. They wanted me to use several oracle decks to get the overall theme of the beginning of this year for you, and then take a look at your environment and some things you'll be going that'll be going on for you surface level through the tarot. So let's start with I can't remember the name of this deck. I think it's the Sacred Heart Oracle deck. An overall reaching theme, I think, for you guys this week. First of all, I see you guys doing a lot of planning, a lot of space clearing, needing to surrender some things. And I think this month you guys are going to be really serious. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. Overall, what came out for you is solitude, and your challenge or catalyst is mirror, self-reflection. She looks very happy to be by herself. Some of you have had a very busy December. I get the sense that fall was kind of crazy. And if you look here in this card, there's people behind her in a house, like they're partying, they're having fun. She's having fun though too. I have a fox here, which is good luck, and the moth, which is about transformation. I do think you guys will be spending, certainly you won't be spending all of your time alone, but now this time, moving into January, Capricorn, will be a perfect time for self-reflection. The trick is to look yourself in the mirror during your times of solitude. I get the sense that some of you will be happier by yourself at different times. You'll seek a lot of alone time. That'll be relaxing. The trick is not to overthink things in your solitude. It came in the upright, so I think you're going to have a positive experience. Just make sure that you do self-reflection. Try not to reflect so much on other people in your environment. It's about getting to know your true self this month, for sure. Self-reflecting on things that you've been too busy to think about otherwise, that are just about me, myself, and I. From the Wisdom of the Tao, Volume 1 Oracle deck, which they really wanted me to use for you guys to show us more of the overreaching themes moving out of December and into January. Space clearance came out, fire. The appearance of this card is a serious sign that space clearance and negative energy removal are needed immediately. Environmental or personal space or both could be affected. Attend to needed cleansing to bring in positive, fresh energy. Love that. So it's going to be a perfect time for you to do an assessment of your home and also your relationships, looking at what negative energy can be cleared out, what you can let go of. But a challenge or a catalyst will be surrender. And I think this will be a challenge for you. Surrenders, Yang Yu. This is a moment of awakening and relief. It is done. Step back to see the bigger picture. Instead of fighting a battle you cannot win, stop struggling, concede, and preserve your energy for your next strategic plan of attack. Winning is ahead. Wow. I can already see here that January will be very much about spending some time alone when you can. And I get the sense again that for the first time in like months, some of you will be, I hear someone breathing like, oh, thank God I have a moment to myself. It will be a time to immediately reflect and go inward and think about and take stock of what you can clear out of your life, especially something that is affecting you in a negative way. Physical space and personal relationships, it may be hard for you to surrender. So in January, Capricorn, before you just willy-nilly let go of something or someone, stop and say, how does this make me feel about myself? Who am I really? You may be seeking a lot of solitude because some of you have felt like you've had to surround yourself with something or someone that wasn't good for you. Perhaps you've had a hard time letting go of it. The answers are within. This is Virgo energy. Your brothers and sisters in Virgo are coming to you to say, everything you need to know is inside you. All you need to do is let go of what's not good for you and just allow that to happen. It may be difficult, but Spirit's saying, hey, if you can get rid of the negative and you know who you are in this moment moving forward, positive energy will come in quite naturally and winning is ahead. I love that for you. They wanted me to use my Human Design Oracle deck. If any of you do not know what human design is, I am a human design advocate and I facilitate self-discovery through human design. I also help you discover your own human design chart. Check out my website. There is a choice about looking at your tropical natal chart or your human design chart. Human design is a very complex divination system that combines the Kabbalah, the I Ching, astrology, tropical and Vedic astrology, and it puts it all together and creates this beautiful chart that shows us how you're different from everyone and everything else. It changed my life. So I'm going to talk about it more this year with you guys, and I'm going to start using this Oracle deck every month. I love what came out for you. These are beautiful cards. I love the images here. Splenic. A splenic activation here for you. You got an Incarnation cross, so this is something you will be doing this month. The Incarnation cross of planning. It's going to activate the lines 37, 49, and 16 in your body. This cross identifies problems and strategies and solutions. This cross has the entire channel of community within it. So strong communal energy here. I think you're going to be in charge of planning a lot of things for a lot of people. And you guys are so good at it because your Saturn energy steps in and says, let's be real, let's be serious, let's think about consequence, cause, and effect. How can we leave this beautiful legacy behind? How can we make something stable and dependable? This will be a month that you will identify problems. You will be the strategist. You will come up with solutions. And it will involve other people, not just for yourself, but others as well. It's a huge opportunity to have an impact on community and the infrastructure. And it will be about focusing on the quality of expanding resources, not just for yourself, but for others. So at work, family, I see this coming out a lot in work and family. There is a role of support that those with this cross play. So you will be in a supportive role, but this can come with heavy burdens of responsibility. That came out in your tarot. If you or someone with the cross of planning is activated or comes across your path, be aware that a planner has come into your life, carrying with them themes of strategy, community, bargains, and details. So you could have a person like this come into your life that could be a huge help to you, or you will be placed, a lot of responsibility will be placed on you. You're going to have to do all the strategy while also maintaining your independence and creating independence. I just saw someone at work saying, it's like I'm seeing something metaphorical like, hey, we're part of a franchise, but you know, we could do this all on our own. We don't need the support of the greater company. We can do this on our own. I'm seeing a way that you can create independence for yourself and others as well. Not that you don't want to be part of the greater whole, but I'm seeing an individuation for yourself and a small group of people. And a lot of burden will fall on you if you choose to take this role. That's why I think you're going to need to think about some things with solitude and mirror and think, okay, what can I surrender so that I can really plan and strategize well? A main challenge for you will be your spleen center. Look up your spleen center in your human design chart. I recommend going to mytalkingbodygraph.com. It's a free app and you can create for free your basic chart. You have to spend a little bit more money to download and unlock your full chart, but it'll show you if you have an open or defined spleen center and what channels and gates are activated there. That might help you guys if you're super into human design. Splenic authority is an inner knowing to listen to your body's immediate instinctive survival awareness. Okay, so this will be a month of Splenic authority asks you to, it is where our survival instincts and our intuition come from. Everyone thinks that your intuition is coming up inside your head. Well, we get downloads in our head and our third eye, but really your gut instincts are where your intuition is born of. So A challenge for you this month during planning is trusting your gut, allowing yourself to make gut response and impulsive intuitive decisions, and not overthinking things. Okay, the challenge for splenic authority people is the mental analysis, which occurs after their intuitive answer has been given to them in the moment. The mind can assist in observing and processing, but for splenic authority people, the problem arises when the mind bypasses the intuitive retroactivity. Okay, this will be a month, Capricorn, where yes, you're going to be doing a lot of planning, and you're going to have these gut instinctive intuitive responses. Listen to your body. Is your body immediately saying yes, or is it saying no, Listen to the sounds. If you're like, you don't know yet, just follow your own strategy and authority, which human design and in your chart will tell you what that is. It will be a month where you do need to observe and decide whether or not you can trust. It's a matter of survival instincts. Do not resist the urge to let your analyzing mind override what your instinctive reactions are telling you. Okay, that'll help you make the best decisions. Yes. Soul truth. They want you to ask yourself one question this month. This is a tough one. I was like, well, shit, that's tough. On whom am I placing blame right now? You may just come across some situations where you have to assess who's responsible for the outcome of something, you or someone else. And that may be tough for you. You guys are usually pretty good at, the self-reflection will help. A person who blames others has not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. A person who blames no one has finished their lesson. So ask yourself this month, when it comes to personal responsibility, are you taking on someone else's responsibility? Are you making yourself responsible for someone else? Try not to put any responsibility on blame on anyone, not you, not them, nobody, including you. Your sole action for the month is to take responsibility. On whom are you placing blame right now? Today, free yourself by releasing all victimhood, blame, and resistance. They don't belong where you're going. Only love and courage live where you're going. Make a choice to do it. Even if you don't feel ready, listen to your heart. You will be led. Wow. I see that you will need to think about that. It's like, this is their birthday month. Can't you cut them a break? Spirit's like, nope, they're gravitas going into their solar return and listening to your intuition and not overthinking things. Yeah. Wow. That's intense. So with the tarot, I see you coming out of a state of illusion, perhaps with the moon in the reverse. If you've been in a gloomy or confusing emotional time, you will begin to see things more clearly. But you did come out as the High Priestess here. The overall central theme of the reading is the High Priestess. That's Pisces or Libra energy. And a catalyst or a challenge is the King of Swords, and he came in the reverse. Some of you will be connecting or have been connecting recently to an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Although this could be an aspect of yourself, Capricorn, or someone else in your environment. The High Priestess does not show her hand of cards in the poker game of life. She listens to her intuition and waits for people to come to her. So I can see that you will be listening to your intuition for answers this month. And this mirrors the solitude card. The High Priestess is happy with her solitude. She pulls away from the energy of the Hierophant. She doesn't necessarily go against the norm or the grain, but she goes off in the woods by herself and connects with the universe in her own special way. Very unique energy, very intuitive, quiet energy. The silent observer, the all-seeing eye comes from her, and the keeper of divine feminine knowledge and wisdom. Discovering your own intuition. I see you being somewhat silent this month. Your catalyst to your challenge is the King of Swords in reverse. There is a King and Queen of Swords living in all of us. Watch out for needing to get the last word. Watch out for issues with control. Watch out for playing devil's advocate, blowing your top, or just having a hard time releasing control and coming up with a good strategy. In turn, I suspect this may be a person in your environment. They could be a King of Swords. They could be an otherwise very intelligent person. The King of Swords does represent necessary intellectual authority, but sometimes he likes to get the last word, and he definitely likes to define the truth. Yeah, someone around you may have a hard time cutting through to the truth. They may not be good at strategy all the time. They may play devil's advocate with you. Watch out for someone blowing their top to a degree with you. You may just decide, I'm going to sit back and be quiet. I'm not here to give strategy, solution, or define the truth for anybody else but myself. It is a quiet power and an inner truth. So embody the King of Swords for yourself the best way you can, Capricorn. Very much so. Deep past. Something that happened in the deep past that will be affecting the way you think and feel and do this month is the Two of Swords in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse. Interesting. There may have been a situation where you just blocked it out and would not fight for something. You felt like you didn't want to have a winner or a loser in an argument. You felt like you were not ready to just stand up and challenge someone. It was just too much for you. This might have come to a stalemate. You may have also made the decision that there was really no good, smart answer for something, so you just decided not to fight for it. Make sure you stand up for yourself when necessary. Sometimes in life, we do have to fight for what's ours. It sucks when there's a winner or a loser, but if truth is on your side, it just is. You may have had a situation where you could have made an amends with someone, but you were like, nope, I just don't think there's a very good solution to this. This will raise its head, and you're going to handle it really well as the High Priestess. Strategy and authority may be a challenge for you within yourself or someone else in the next 30 days. Recent past and deep within, what's affecting you right now this month is the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Swords. This looks like anxiety over a family dynamic or even your community at large. When the Ten of Cups comes in reverse, it often means paradise with trouble. There may have recently been a trouble in paradise where there could have been some emotional stability. There could have been an ending and a transcendence and a completion that brought happiness, but that is a struggle. That's because between yourself and others, perhaps values aren't entirely lining up with those that you're closest to. This has caused you stress and sleepless nights. Your family just could have been a headache for you over the holidays. I think you're handling it really well by being the High Priestess and saying, I don't know who the hell you are, but I'm not going to fight with you. It's like, clearly you want to get the last word. The High Priestess is like, that's fine, dude. You're stressing me out, but I'm not going to show it. I think it's connected to someone in your community or your close family. Address your fears, address your stress, address your anxiety. You may end up having to fight for something later, but I don't think this month is going to be it. What you're thinking about all the time, the world and the Ten of Wands. Capricorn, are you making your kids help you carry in the groceries here? Make sure that you do not take on all burdens or responsibilities if you do not need to. I see you keeping a lot to yourself with the High Priestess. Clearly, you are examining endings. A lot of self-reflection with the world, the tectonic breath, the pause between this cycle and the next. You do want forward motion. You do want endings that bring new beginnings. Some of you are thinking about moving quite a bit, perhaps far away. Or I think you're going to be doing a lot of life review in your solar return month, which does happen in particular around major transits when we turn 30 or 40 or 50, that Chiron return or that Saturn return or that Uranus opposition at 40. It does make you do a lot of life review. Let go of the burdens that you can. But I do think that some of you feel like you're going to have to do a lot on your own. You're so close to a completion. You've definitely gotten a spiritual lesson, but this may be difficult for you. Actions that will happen in the next 30 days that are most pertinent here are the Three of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to kind of stick it to you a little bit here, Capricorn. What can you let go of? What can we let go of? Some of you are definitely feeling some pessimism and brokenheartedness. Also, COVID-19 or an illness may be affecting you. You may need to take a very conservative approach financially. I never think the Four of Pentacles is bad in a literal sense. In particular, here in the United States, we're so frivolous with our resources. You and you alone usually know what to be careful with. I do see you taking a conservative approach, but I'm not sure how I feel about this for you guys with the Three of Swords. Try to let go of something that's hurting you that you've been carrying on your own. Because if you do, you will free yourself for winning and the positive energy to come in. Try to let go of heartache. Just work on it, okay? Just work on getting over heartbreak and letting go of that which you do not need. Also, though, you may have been very generous in a situation with someone and now you're like, no, I don't have a lot to give here. My Pentacle foundation is important. Some of you have been sick or will be in January, or you just need to allow yourself to heal from some heartbreak and continue to allow the world to heal from, this worldwide viral pandemic. I do have the Three of Swords in the world. Some of you have carried a lot of heavy loads because of the pandemic. It's even been difficult for your family, and you and your family. I think you don't want to fight. And someone around you may be a bit of an authoritarian, and that's a pain in the ass. The way you see yourself for the next 30 days, Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Seven of Wands. You know what? Some of you might have been making excuses for yourself or someone else for a while. You may have also been very avoidant of making a decision. Now I see you in a place of reprioritization. You're not going to make excuses for anyone, including yourself. You may have been very, very busy. And in January, you're going to be like, I kind of need to pay attention to the ocean of emotion behind me. I'm going to get my ducks in a row. I can't juggle all this. Back off. Don't put one more ounce of pressure, burden, or responsibility on me. That may really happen for you, which is good. That's very good. Also, I can see that in January, you feel like you have the high ground in some situations and you're going to defend what you believe. Other people may come at you and challenge you to a degree, and you're going to say, back off. I'm not going to stand here and try to figure this out. I just have to defend myself at this time. This may be a challenge for you. Yeah. Interesting energy came out in the environment in hidden factors. I asked who's around them. 4 cards came out. Actually, I made 4 cards come out because I wanted to clarify it. Something that may happen for you in January is the 8 of Cups in reverse to the Page of Cups. Whoa. Okay. The last time I read for you guys, there was a potential, I think it was you guys, there was a potential for possibly some kind of a healing between yourself and another person. This person may rev it up. Okay. Well, first of all, the first thing I heard is you may have a very vulnerable person in your energy that has a hard time walking away from the past. If they're an adult, remind them that vulnerability is okay, but it is time to grow up and stop being so stubborn about things if it's this King of Swords in reverse. But I also see that there's potential that, that's pretty clear, someone may come back and apologize to you. That came out the last time I read for you. I clarified the Page of Cups and I got the Magician of Aries. So the Magician for me is either Aries, Virgo, or Gemini. That person could have that in their chart. And the 5 of Wands in reverse. Wow. So you have a person here. First of all, they are a very calculated person. They also believe they have the Midas touch. The Magician came in the upright, so I'm not getting a manipulative energy here. I do see a person that all of this apologizing and making amends and overcoming the need to compete with you or having a hard time dealing with differences of opinion. This might be new for them. They are going to try here. You may get some kind of a little apology and someone that says to you, hey, let me prove what I can do to you. Let me show you what I can do. What I'd really like to do is address some things from the past that I've had a hard time walking away from. I kind of think I want to owe you a little apology. You may get some kind of an invitation. You may get some good news. It could be about a child with the Page of Cups, and with the 5 of Wands in reverse. This person may experience inner conflict with you, but they may also be saying to you, hey, remember all those people that I allowed to influence me and get in my head that created all this conflict and competition? I kind of want to get past that, and I kind of want to do something. They will come in with a very calculated energy. They want to prove something to you. They want to manifest something, and they will be vulnerable with you. I was like, okay, well, I can see that you might not like that with the Seven of Wands. Something may be hurting that may have nothing to do with them or directly related to them. So I said, okay, well, love angels, can you give us some advice or some further guidance about this? The cards that came out were religious factors, express your love, and finances and career. This could be someone that you work with. This could be about money or budget and how financial issues affect your life, their life, or the relationship in general. With express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Well, I see someone making an emotional gesture here with you. And they have a plan too. They have a reason for this. They don't want to have tension anymore. They do want to express emotion. This will create a vulnerability in them. I don't think you necessarily like their magician energy. You may question their motives. Religious factors is an interesting card. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This is kind of all encompassing for me. The way you were raised, your cultural identity, your religious beliefs, your spiritual beliefs, what part of the world you grew up in may be very key, even your political beliefs, the way you identify it with your gender as well, and orientation. This could be coming into play with this person or this relationship. They do not want to focus on what's going wrong. They want to focus on, and they want to focus more on commonality and work through major differences that you're both deeply influenced by. They do want to express, and they may want to talk to you about something financial. It may have to do with finances and career for them, for you, or the both of you. I don't know that you're going to like the way that feels though, because the way you're going to be feeling is the Three of Pentacles in reverse to the Page of Swords. Well, you're certainly not going to cooperate until you get more information. When I get the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Swords, there may have been or will be a question of whether or not something is your idea versus another person's idea. Watch for people taking credit for your work and stealing your ideas just so they can be right and get the attention, okay? I think you already know that because you feel the need to defend yourself. You're not going to scramble. Something's hurting you and you're going to hold back. I see that you feel the need to work alone. You feel better when you just work alone, like the High Priestess does. But I also see that you're going to be rather curious and inquisitive. This will be a month where you feel like you need more facts. The Page of Swords will not sign the dotted line until he's read all the terms and conditions, all 500 pages of the contract. So I see you saying to others around you, look, I've had a lot of responsibility here, and I'm kind of doing a lot of life review. I'm addressing things that have hurt me, that I'm holding on to, really trying not to fight and make excuses, kind of struggling with strategy here and authority over myself or letting someone else have authority over me. I'm not going to trust you until I get more facts, and I'm going to work alone until I know there can be cooperation between the two of us. That's how you're going to be feeling. Final outcome is the Six of Wands in reverse, but also the Moon in reverse. You could have a fire sign around you as well, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, perhaps. The Six of Wands in reverse is an interesting card. Often it can feel like we're thrown off of a high horse. It's a humbling feeling sometimes. You decide there's not going to be something to celebrate. There's not going to be a victory of some kind. You may take a more humble approach. You may decide to be more communicative where you otherwise were not. One of my favorite things about the Six of Wands in reverse is where you take a moment to say, what is my personal definition of success? You may be less inclined to post on social media. You may in turn need to do more marketing of some kind, work on self-confidence. Conversely, you may have some moments throughout January, Capricorn, where you feel like you've been thrown off a high horse. It's just giving you a moment to see things from a different perspective and think about what success really looks like to you. You may decide to keep a major achievement to yourself as well. And with the Moon in reverse, yeah, you will be coming out of a time of being very emotional and confusion. If any of you have had anything like depression, postpartum depression, any hormonal imbalances, those could get better. But I see that anxiety will still be kind of high. Asking yourself about blame and responsibility will help. It's really important to try to surrender and let go of an idea that you can win a battle, walk away from struggle, save your energy to plan for the new year, because winning is ahead. Once you clear out your spaces, you will be planning a lot. I feel like you guys will be in charge of a lot and in charge of a lot of strategy and allocation. The trick will be listening to your spleen center, okay? Listening to your gut instincts and your intuition, and not overthinking your choices or decisions. And in your quiet moments, reflect upon who you really are. Yeah. All right, Capricorn, that's your solar return reading. That's what the beginning of 2022 looks like. I hope it resonates with you and I hope it helps you. Check out the link to my newsletter, you guys, the Soma Chandra 2022 newsletter. It's going to show you how some services I have are going to be changing, and all the services that I'm opening up to all of my subscribers. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm actually an emotion-focused support counselor, an astrologist, and a life coach. This is just something I started doing for fun a couple of years ago. So the newsletter will talk to you about all of the services, and the website will show you how to book those services with me so we can work together. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Capricorn. Take care. I love you guys. And